Alright, day 6, 5 nights, 6 days. Today's day 6, go back to New York. Some interesting things to tell you on the drive back. Want to point out how nice this room is. Thought way too, well not way too late, a little too late. Should have taken pictures when the room was at its messiest while I was cooking stuff. And then taken pictures after, because I left it pretty good. That table is back where it was. That wasn't a huge deal, it was over here. On top of that chair was this little table with the tripod on top and my camera, so you were getting those shots looking down into the rice cooker. Put that back, put that useless paper back. Nothing on this couch, chair, couch, whatever it's called. My electronics are cleaned up. Put that magazine back, usually turn those other way so there's no one staring at me. Leaving the keys. Pretty clean up here, do need to wipe it down. Leaving all the towels in one spot. That is interesting. A lot of people who are miserable have a problem with me leaving my hair on the floor. Herbs and Rye even had a problem with that. He said it was like pretty disgusting to leave that there, which was surprising because Herbs and Rye usually says things that are sane. The thing is, for one, anyone who has a problem with that have no idea how you can reconcile that when the people who clean the room, they're changing sheets all day that people have had amorous activities on. Using a vacuum cleaner for 10 seconds, I don't know how that's putting anybody over the edge. Also, I'm doing it for the good of the next guest. If I cleaned it up the best I could with tissues, I would clean it up pretty well. There's no way I'm getting every single hair. So I would actually be doing a disservice to the next guest because the maid would see so little and probably decide not to vacuum. But the next guest, when actually in the bathroom using the bathroom, would probably notice and find it dirty. So I actually need to leave everything so that it's very obvious to the maid there's something here I need to vacuum, and then the vacuum will do it 100%. So, yeah. Leaving the keys? I don't know. There's like a box down at the elevator where you could drop them in, but I think it just kind of makes it like extra obvious to the maid that I'm gone when I leave the keys on the table, and they'll get it back to the front desk somehow. So I'm gonna head out. Do want to film one thing before I head out. The thing I couldn't film yesterday, I was like trying to think of a new location that wasn't the arcade, that wasn't valet, that wasn't just in my room. So hopefully it's not that windy out and I could film like just outside with the casino behind me, and then heading back. Might stop again at Ernest & Sons, not sure yet. Probably not going to be back here again for a while, so might as well, even though I'm not like starving or anything. And yeah, on the way back, what is it? I stopped at the Judy Blume Travel Plaza. There was also the Celia Cruz, the Sinatra, and the Bon Jovi. Probably stop at one of those, not to get gas because it's New Jersey, but to chat to the camera and then head back to New York. Poll question instructions coming up. The bridge to Brigantine. Never any traffic. You know, I was actually wondering about the shuttle information. It doesn't run Tuesday, Wednesday, so I couldn't take it to Tropicana, but I am Diamond, and it goes to Tropicana, which is a Caesars property, so it would have made more sense than the Jitney, just because it would have been free, but it wasn't running Tuesday and Wednesday. Alright, the arcade wasn't open yet. Came up here to the roof to film that video, and it is the windiest I've ever experienced wind. Tried to hold my hat behind the camera. That usually seems to do a good job blocking the wind. I don't know if it worked. I'll find out in editing. Might have to reshoot that one, but I'm gonna head to my car, and from here, I'm on the roof. From between here and my car on the walk, I will decide if I'm gonna go to Ernest & Sons for another sandwich before I head back to New York. Alright, making this short because it's really windy and it's raining. I am at the Bon Jovi Travel Plaza over here, and what I want to tell you. Okay, so the vote, it's either going to be Eastern Pennsylvania or Connecticut, the next place I go for poker. So if you go to my YouTube homepage, you will probably at first be on the home tab or the videos tab, but if you go to the right and get to the community tab, it will be the most recent poll question when you scroll down, the one all the way at the top. Can't show you yet because at the time of filming I haven't actually typed out the question yet, but it will be there on the community tab. I know this video is gonna go public on November 29th. That's the day it'll get published. Probably on like December 1st or 2nd. I'll see what the vote is and then make my travel plans. And yeah, if it's Connecticut, definitely, you know, Mohegan and Foxwoods. If it's Eastern Pennsylvania, definitely Parks, and then probably Sands, which is now Wind Creek, probably Philly Live, never been in the building, and maybe even Perryville, even though it's technically in Maryland, but it's not far. So yeah, vote if you want. Also, wanted to mention that, yeah, trip is done. I'm almost back home. I mean, it's a matter of hours, but I'm almost back. And like the most editing I ever did in like 4 days, 5 days. I think I filmed 14 videos and edited 16, so that was good. Actually wanted to do a little more, but that was solid. And the outro, today's outro will be, I've basically been forgetting to use this outro. Man, I have like a tote bag wrapped around the camera to try to block the wind and the rain, so bear with me here. The outro. I filmed this when I was in Norman, Oklahoma, and have basically been forgetting to use this as the outro for like 50 days in a row. But there was this really cool, like, I don't know what you call it. There was just like walking path with some signs and some history about the area. So you'll see when the outro happens, and I want to get out of the cold and the wind and the rain, so I'm going to wrap this up. I was in a New Jersey travel plaza near Atlantic City, and I didn't see Ryan DePaulo. That's weird. All right, before I head out, I'm gonna try to, some people have been asking when I say New Jersey is full serve gas. I'm gonna try to show you. Only employees can pump the gas. So these guys in the jackets, they work here. They're the only ones who are allowed to pump gas. You can't pump your own gas. This guy's waiting while he's smoking a cigarette near the fuel tanks for the next customer. That guy's pumping gas. Those cars, their gas is being pumped by someone. See, that guy who was just smoking, he's going to pump gas now. That car just rolled up, this guy's going to pump gas. The drivers can't do it themselves, you're not allowed. Had to show you this instead of the normal ending. Remember, rice is a spoon food, but this is a cool, like 3D map of Oklahoma campus in 1942. Don't mind my sunflower seeds.